Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about it just like crap. That piece of shit abortion of a TV show that's airing on Max, not HBO Max anymore, Max. Okay. So let's talk about this episode here, okay? Just dropped the other day. I'm Diego. I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got when you watch this show with your girlfriends and your gay friends and your slumber parties, drinking your fucking Cosmos, smoking your cigarettes, and bragging about all the dudes you were fucking that your boyfriends didn't know about. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know you're that way. You know you are. Yeah. Anyway, so now they're all old. They're all grandmas now. Well, not really, but they're old enough to be grandmas. I'm sure they're grandmas in real life. But yeah, now they're old. They can't really, you can't really make a show about a bunch of women in their late 50s having sex with a bunch of fucking guys. Because, it's just going to make it, the guys that these women are going to be having sex with are all going to be fucking super good looking male models and shit. This is bullshit. Come on, man. This is fucking lollipop land, okay? Sex and the City was always lollipop land. This is more lollipop land, okay? This is some real fucking crap, okay? And just like crap. Now, the reason I say it's crap is because not only is it not realistic, because Sex and the City wasn't realistic either. Sorry, ladies, but it's not. And I watched every episode or reviewed every episode, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and all the characters that were on Sex and the City, they all felt like they had a reason to be there. Okay, there was a reason for them to be there, and when there was no reason for them to be there anymore, they got rid of them. Okay, like Skipper. Okay, there was no reason for Skipper to be on Sex and the City. He was just some fucking beta male tag along that always hung out with Carrie and fucked Miranda. Okay, he was just there to be some fucking straight guy, I guess, that hung out with them, but not really a straight guy that any woman would realistically be attracted to. Okay, he was just there to make fun of men, basically, to have a tag along guy who can't get laid on his own. All right, I know they kind of made Skipper to be like a semi-stud, but he wasn't a fucking stud. Okay, guys like Skipper, unfortunately, there's lots of them, and even men, we don't even respect guys like Skipper. Okay, we don't. Okay. We don't respect guys like Skipper, okay? This show is very bad about giving you anybody to really respect, okay? That's probably the biggest problem I have within Just Like Crap, is that you've got all these women on the show, these main characters, women, and all of them, the creators of the show want you to respect them. Okay, you have to respect Miranda. You have to respect Carrie. You have to respect Charlotte. You have to respect Naya. Okay, Lisa. You have to respect Seema. You have to respect all of them. Okay, yeah, they fuck up and they do some embarrassing stuff every once in a while. But for the most part, you're supposed to look up to them. Okay, you're supposed to respect them. However, all the men on this show, even Shay, yeah. How could I forget fucking Shay? Yeah, you got to respect Shay too. Okay? You have to. Like, at gunpoint, you have to respect all these characters, okay? But they also give you a slew of characters not to respect. Don't respect these characters, okay? And those characters are basically all the men. And by men, I mean the biological men that are on the show, okay? Guys like Harry, Herbert, Steve, although I respect Steve, okay? But they don't necessarily want you to. I think that was kind of a... the creators of the show, I think Michael Patrick King and Samantha Irby, I think what happened is they pretty much wanted to emasculate Steve. And I think the fans, okay, in between last season and this season, I think the fans all got together and said, fuck that noise. How dare you treat Steve this way? How dare you? And I think they had to do a course correction here. That's the only reason Steve got his one moment in the sun, okay? I think it's the fan pressure. They pretty much pressured them to fucking, hey, bring Steve back and let's fix this shit, okay? We don't leave Steve the way you left him, okay? Because the fans, and by fans I mean the women, loved Steve, okay? We liked, even me as a straight guy, I liked Steve. Steve was a good guy, or a stand-up guy, all right? And I hated the way they treated him last season, and I hated that he didn't stick up for himself. I hated that so much, and I think the creators of the show listened to the fans a little bit, because this season is better than last season. It really is. Okay, now that's not much better. Okay, it's like eating a shit sandwich. Okay, but the shit sandwich they give you this time has got some fucking Grey Poupon on the bread. Okay, okay, well, it's a little bit better. but it's still a shit sandwich, okay? And this show's no different, okay? And so I think that's what happened. I think that the fans got together and just started saying, hey, listen, you know, don't leave Steve this way. You better fucking fix this thing you did with Steve, okay? Because we're not having it, okay? I know you want to emasculate the men, okay? But now all of a sudden you just emasculated a guy that we like, okay? See all this feminism bullshit that they have out there in the media, how men are all pieces of shit, you know? A lot of you ladies that are angry, maybe you've been jilted by guys, or maybe you don't feel the world is fair, or maybe you feel that, you know, you didn't get any opportunities because of a man, okay? Even though it technically, statistically, it's actually the other way around, okay? Even you might feel that way, okay? Or maybe you just grew up around a lot of women that fostered that belief and passed that on to you. You were influenced by outside sources or something like that. Whatever the case may be, okay? It's all fine and good to make fun of men. I know women like to do that all the fucking time. They make jokes at men's expenses. They make fun of their clothes. They make fun of their dick size. They make fun of how much money they make. There's lots of, you know, women out there that make fun of men, you know, put men down. Men are all pieces of shit. And men are just as flawed as women are, okay? So yeah, there's pieces of shit guys out there. I'm the first one to admit it. There are, okay? You know, but you see that a lot on movies and TV shows. In order to make the woman very strong and powerful, and independent, you got to do that by making the men all weak and cowardly and evil and all that kind of stuff. All right. So I can understand that. I don't like it, but I can understand that. Okay, but it's all fine and good, ladies. Okay, and you know it is. You've done your own male bashing behavior before. Okay, it's all fine and good until all of a sudden it's your son. Whoa, see, now it's like, oh, wait a minute, no, don't you say talk about my son that way. Don't you dare talk about my son that way. Or something, you see what I mean? It's all nice and good until it gets close to home. And then all of a sudden, now it's not good anymore. Now it's like, whoa, you don't talk that way about him. Okay, it could be your dad, maybe it's your brother, maybe it's your husband, you know, if you respect and love your husband, okay? And all of a sudden, some woman starts talking shit about all men, including your husband in that category. Okay, now it's all like, whoa, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. Whoa. You see, it was all nice and fun until, you know, it's on you now, until you get involved, right? Until someone you love gets grouped into that category. Now it's not fun anymore. Now it's unfair to be treating genders that way, isn't it? You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, okay? It's all nice and good until you fucking attack someone that you like, okay? In the case of this show, okay, none of the producers of this show, they all hate men anyway, or straight men. They all hate straight white men, okay? I don't think anybody had any problem with making fun of men, emasculating them, treating them like shit, making them the butt of all the jokes, okay? I think everybody was on board with that when they wrote season 1, and everything was fine, okay? And I really don't think there was any complaints about that, except for me, because I'm a straight guy, and I hate when straight guys are depicted this way. Bad enough we're depicted this way on guy shows, but to be depicted this way on girl shows as well, you know, shows that straight guys don't even watch. I'm like the only guy that watches this shit. You know, yeah, it sucks. It sucks because I would like some representation. I would like some straight man representation because we're not getting any of that. Okay, we're getting a bunch of fucking assholes and cowards. Okay, and people that are just fucking. They're basically women in men's bodies. And in some cases, literally women in men's bodies, you know, but you see what I mean? It's just, I don't like the way the men are being treated on this show. I never have. It just sucks that on this show, which I find so entertaining, watching these women with their lives, you know, that they still treat the men like they're all pieces of shit. Okay. And I think everybody was on board with it. Everyone was fine with it. Everyone was fine with making fun of other men. Okay. All the men on the show until they made fun of Steve. Now, once Steve got attacked, I think the women rose up and go like, whoa, not Steve. You don't fuck with Steve, okay? We're going to protect that guy, okay? You know, see what I mean? Exactly, okay? And that, I think that's when the producers were like, oh shit, man, we went a little too far. We need to pull that back a little bit. We need to start making some reparations here and start fixing this shit, or else we're going to lose all of our audience. I think that's what happened, okay? But yeah, I still think there's some lines in the sand that they drew that they're just not going to budge on, specifically the new characters, okay? No matter how much we feel, no matter how much we don't give a shit about Shay or Seema or Naya or Lisa, we're still going to get a lot more of them. Okay, those characters are not going away. Even though there's nothing for them to do, literally, there's really nothing for them to do. They just eat up screen time. They don't do anything. Do you really, hey, honestly, between you and me, honestly, okay? You watched every episode of Sex City. I watched every episode of Sex City back in the day. So we're old, okay? We watched last season, right? And now we're watching this season. Honestly, okay? We watched both movies too, okay? Honestly, be honest with me here, okay? Do you really give a shit about Naya's love life? Do you really care about Herbert and Lisa's marriage? Do you really give two shits about whether Seema finds the love of her life at 58 years old? Okay, because I think that's how old she is in real life. Okay. Do you really hope that Shay finds true love out there somewhere? And can you picture what that would look like? Oh, you see what I mean? That's the problem right there. We don't give a shit. We don't give a shit about them. We don't give a shit about those characters. I'm sorry, we don't. We don't know them. We don't know them. We know Carrie. We know Aiden. We know Miranda. Fuck Brady. Brady is practically my fucking nephew, okay? I was there when he was born, okay? We all were, okay? We were all in the delivery room when he was born, okay? We watched that little fucker grow up, okay? So I kind of, I kind of feel kind of protective of him. Isn't that weird? I know these are fictional characters, but still, it's kind of how I feel, Like Lily. I mean, look at Lily. Okay, we know goddamn well that Harry and Charlotte adopted her, that she was adopted from a fucking parking lot Walmart in fucking China. Okay. Okay. All right. You see what I mean? So we know. Okay, we know. We were there when Steve and Miranda got married. Okay, we were there when Big and Carrie got married. Okay, so we felt the pain of Big dying. Okay, even despite the fact that Carrie murdered him, and nobody wants to talk about that. Okay, at least not on screen. We felt that pain, and right now we're dealing with with Aiden and Carrie 3.0. Okay, this is the third time. This is the third time we've had to deal with the both of them together. Okay. How do you think it's going to fucking end? It's probably going to end the way the last two ended, okay? I mean, come on. We know these people already, okay? The only reason that she would even seek out Aiden was because Big died, because she killed Big, all right? And why the fuck? It still bothers me that Aiden is single. Like, what the fuck are you doing being single, dude? Like, did you marry another fucking woman that fucked you over too? I mean, did you? I mean, I don't know. We don't know yet. And it sucks that here's a guy that's fucking a good guy like Aiden Shaw, and he's 62 years old, and he's still fucking single. But yet he's got 3 kids and an ex-wife, and I'm pretty sure his alimony payments, he's going steady with his alimony payments too. But still, it's like, what the fuck? Why can't he have a happy ending? Why does he have to be available just because fucking Carrie snapped her fingers? Why can't this guy have a fucking life? You see what I mean? Why can't he be happy with somebody? Why can't he grow old with somebody? I was kind of hoping a guy like him who got shit on both times he was with Carrie. I'm kind of hoping a guy like him would have met someone better for him, because Carrie wasn't good for him. She fucking didn't like the outdoors. She didn't give a shit about his blue collar roots or his country boy living style or any of that shit. She was a city girl. He's a country boy, okay? But she was not right for him, okay? But why can't he have ended up with a woman that was right for him? A woman that he was in love with more than Carrie, because they're writing Aiden as if Carrie was the love of his life, and we both know goddamn well that Carrie was not the love of his life, because she didn't see Aiden as the love of her life. You see what I mean? So this is all like redundant. This is all dumb. It's like they're trying to remake something here that should have ended a long time. That did end a long time ago. Why dig up the corpse? Why put yourself through that again, Aiden? Why? Now, you can be friends with her, and I get it. If you want to fuck her every once in a while, fine. But why do you have to be involved with her again? Why do you have to start a relationship with her again? That's just not realistic to me. If I was Aiden, if I was his age, after the history I already had with Carrie, I would not have gotten back with her. I would have been friendly with her. Yes, I would have forgiven her for all that shit. I would have done that a long time ago. I wouldn't have been bitter about it. I wouldn't have thrown that in her face all the fucking time. I wouldn't, I would have, I might, if I was in town, if it was in my schedule, if I was nearby, I would have visited her. Sure. She asked me to come to New York and let's have dinner. I would have done it. Sure. Absolutely. Let's catch up on all. I've done that in my real life. I've gone out with women that I used to date a long time ago, and we still have friendly relationships, and every once in a while we still have sex. Yeah, don't tell anybody, but it's true. Okay, but the point is that all those past heart feelings are gone, but I put them away somewhere, and that's where they stay. They're not coming back. Okay, there's a reason those relationships ended. Okay, and even if I don't remember right at this moment what those reasons were, if I were to keep seeing that person, those reasons would eventually come back and I would remember. Okay, now I know why we didn't work out. You see what I mean? And so knowing this already, because we're older now, why put yourself through this again? It's just dumb. It makes no sense. It makes no sense that Aiden is just so fucking available. Okay, just perfectly a bit like he's just sitting there with his thumb up his ass, waiting for fucking Carrie to send him an email. You see what I mean? That just doesn't ring true to me. Even if he was divorced, despite the fact that he had 3 kids with this woman, you know, even if he was divorced, he would have fucking dated somebody else by now. He would be seeing somebody else by now. Somebody that lives in Virginia. He wouldn't be single and available, you know, waiting for fucking some ex-girlfriend to fucking send him an email. Some ex-girlfriend that fucked him over, no less, okay? 2 times. And he'd still be happy and eager to see her again. And don't give me that bullshit excuse. Oh, well, he is still kind of mad, but that's why he won't go into Carrie's apartment. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay? It's bullshit. Okay? It's not the apartment, it's Carrie. Okay? The apartment didn't offend you, Aiden. The apartment didn't do anything to you, Aiden. It was Carrie, not the apartment. Don't take it out on the apartment, okay? Take it out on the person that did it, not the apartment, okay? All right. Moving right along. All right. So where did we leave off last time? Oh, yes. Miranda asked Charlotte to have Lily hang out with Brady because Brady doesn't want to go back to college and Miranda wants him to go to college because she doesn't want to see him working at her husband's bar, okay, learning how to operate a business so that maybe someday he can inherit the business when his dad passes away or when his dad retires, or maybe start up his own bar, or maybe learn how to run a business and work for somebody else and make a shitload of fucking money. No, that's not good enough for her son, okay, because all she sees is that he's making fucking french fries. That's all she sees, okay? So she wants him to go back to college, okay? And since Lily, that's Charlotte's daughter, is so aggressive, you know, and self-motivated to go to school, she's kind of hoping some of that will rub off on him, so she wants them to hang out with each other, right? So that's what's going on, all right? So Charlotte says, okay, I'll talk to Lily about it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Charlotte comes home and she brings pizza. Now, Charlotte's working again. She's working as a ballerina again, like she was in the first 2 seasons of Sex and the City. She worked at a gallery. Okay, I guess she got a fucking degree. She went to art school and got a degree in fucking bullshit. I don't know. I went to the Art Institute of Chicago. Okay, so I know a lot about like fine arts. Okay, I know I could talk to you about neo-Gothic architecture, German expressionism, Cubism, Romanticism, and all that kind of fucking shit. But I'm not gonna bore you with that. Anyway, but yes, I understand Charlotte's background. Okay, I also went to art school. Okay, so I know. I went to a prestigious art school too. Okay, so I know all about that shit. Okay, all that bullshit, that pretentious bullshit. Okay, but Charlotte wants to go back there. She decided that, you know, sitting around stuffing her fat ass and getting more Botox, okay, you know, and having servants do everything for her and having her husband support her and everyone else in the family, that's too much hard work for her. So she actually wants to go to work, okay? And she basically puts a gun to her fucking husband and tells her, hey, I'm going back to work, motherfucker, whether you like it or not. Okay, she realized that after she got high. Okay, so that's going on. So she went back, this guy named Marcus Caspian or Casparian, whatever. He owns an art gallery. He's heard of Charlotte. He hires Charlotte. So that's going on here. Okay, so Charlotte comes home. She brought some fucking pizza for dinner. Okay, but Rock, her daughter, New Kid on the Block, yeah, her trans fucking daughter, whose real name is Rose, by the way. Did you remember that? Her name is Rose. Can you believe that? Rose. I forgot. I've been calling her Rock this whole fucking time, you know? New Kid on the Block. Wish she had yeah, exactly. Okay, we know the rest. All right, anyway, so Rock is there, and she's like, I already ordered from Grubhub, and I think I over-ordered. She ordered like fucking 4 different types of fucking food. You got Italian, you got Mexican, you got Chinese, you got all this kind of shit, right? And why the fuck are they eating that stuff if they're Jewish? You know, are they like not supposed to eat pork if they're Jewish? Anyway, so Charlotte brought home a pizza for no reason. Okay, because Rock over ordered. Okay, and Harry's having a fucking crisis. Now, when Harry has a crisis, it's always something bullshit. Okay, Harry hires some caterers to plan a party for his friend Herbert Wexley's campaign. Herbert is a black guy. He's married to Lisa Todd Wexley, the black woman. Okay, the rich black woman, basically the black version of Harry and Charlotte. Okay, well, anyway, Herbert's running for a city comptroller. Okay, yeah, his wife made him do it. Okay, so Harry, being his friend, is in charge of hiring the caterers for some sort of a party they're going to have at their house. Okay, like I guess some money makers are going to be there or whatever, and it's going to be a Jewish party. Okay, so the food has to be kosher. Okay, no pork. All right, so he's having a crisis because he heard a rumor that there's like going to be pork inside the food, and if you're a devout Jew, then you don't fucking eat fucking pork. So that's his crisis. Okay, he's wondering if there's going to be any fucking any sort of pork and shit inside the fucking food that he's ordering. All right, that's his real crisis. Okay. All right, so that's going on here. All right, it's a Meet Herbert Wexley dinner party that they're having, okay? And once again, we got to be reminded that Harry is Jewish. Yes, your name is Goldenblatt. We know you're Jewish. We've known that ever since we first fucking met you, Harry. You're Jewish. Your whole family's Jewish. Charlotte converted to Judaism for you, okay? Before you got married. Before you got married, yeah, she did convert. She converted to get married to him, okay? So yes, okay, we know you're Jewish. We get it, okay? All right, moving right along, okay? Charlotte asks Lily. Charlotte goes up to Lily and asks her if she wants to hang out with Brady. Okay, and we find out that actually Brady is like 2 years older than Lily. Okay, so Brady I think is 18. That means Lily is 16. Okay, you know, and she tells Lily, hey, talk to him and try to get him to go back to college. Okay, so she's like, well, I haven't hung out with Brady since we went to that camp thing, and that was like when he was 14 and I was 12. You know, so whatever. So they don't hang out all the time, but they know who each other is. All right. Next scene is Herbert, okay? Herbert, the guy I was just telling you about, the one who's running for city comptroller. He goes into Lisa's closet, and he finds Lisa, his wife, there asleep in front of her laptop. Now, why is she asleep in front of her laptop in her closet? Because she works out of her closet. I'm not fucking making that up, okay? Her closet is the size of a fucking 7-Eleven, okay? And she has a desk inside of her closet. She does her computer business in her fucking closet. Get it? She's in the closet. Get it? Get it? Huh? All the gay writers of this show, I guess, yeah, that went right over your head, didn't it? Okay, yes. So she's passed out inside her closet, all right? Herbert wakes her up. He's not happy. And by not happy, when he loses his temper, he doesn't lose his temper like a man. He loses his temper like a woman. He's like, what? You're asleep? Our daughter is eating Lucky Charms for dinner. How can you do this? I can't believe you're sleeping when you should be making us dinner. It's 8 p.m. Okay, that's the way he loses his temper, okay? That's how he loses his temper, okay? Real life be like, what the fuck? It's 8 o'clock. Why you sleep? That's how a normal person would talk, all right? Or at least that's the way a man would talk, but not the way Herbert Wexley would talk. How can you do this? It's 8 p.m. Our daughter's eating Lucky Charms for dinner. Could you please get up, Lisa? You see what I mean? Like, guys don't act that way, okay? Real men don't act that way, but there's no straight guys involved in making this show, so of course they don't know what the fuck they're doing, okay? All right, so that's going on here, okay? Yeah, she's passed out. Herbert's like, it's 8 p.m. Lisa's like, okay. Oh, Herbert, it's been crazy. PBS wants to make my documentary a series. Once I got Gabby home, I just started working on the treatment here, and I put my head down for 1 second, and then I woke up to your fucking attitude. Oh my fucking God! Seriously, this is the woman you married, dude. You fucking married her. Really? Okay, let me tell you something real quickly here, okay? Everyone likes to talk about love a lot. Love. Like, love is the most important thing. Love, you gotta love everybody. Love your spouse. Love your wife. Love your husband. That kind of thing. And it is important, don't get me wrong. It is important. It definitely feels very good. But let me tell you something that's a little bit more important than love, okay? A little bit more important than love, okay? And that is respect. Respect, okay? If you respect someone, you love someone, okay? In a sense. Now, you can respect your boss and not be in love with them, okay? But respect is a form of love. It doesn't have to be a romantic type of love, but it's a form of love. It's saying that that you deserve to be treated in a very good way, okay? And you can love someone and not respect them, okay? But you can't respect someone and not really love them, in a sense. You see what I mean? And there's no respect in this marriage. Okay, she has no respect for him. Okay, because he has no respect for himself. He doesn't stick up for himself. He doesn't stick up when his mom yells at him and berates him. He doesn't stick up for himself. When his wife yells at him, he doesn't stick up for himself. When his kids give him shit, he does not fucking stick up for himself. Okay, he has no balls. He has no metaphorically has no penis. Okay, he has no testosterone. Okay, this is not someone who deserves respect. And because he's not the type of man that deserves respect, he's not the type of man that gets respect. Okay? So a man like this should not be running for fucking city comptroller. Okay? The fact that his wife talked to him this way, you know, it bothers me. From a straight man's point of view, I'm gonna tell you that point of view that fucking no other show is gonna fucking tell you, okay? That's bullshit. I could never be married to a woman that talked to me like that. Are you out of your fucking mind? This guy fucking paid. You think her fucking documentary series pays for everything in that fucking house? Okay? Do you think it paid for everything that's inside that fucking closet? Oh, it didn't. It didn't. Okay? He did. He did. He paid for everything in that fucking house. Okay? He's the one that puts them in the fucking private schools that all their kids go to. He's the one that pays for that apartment. He's the one that pays for their savings. He's the one that buys everything in that fucking house. All right? And she fucking tells him, I gotta wake up to your fucking bullshit attitude. Are you out of your fucking mind? That's not the way you speak to your spouse. That's the way you speak to your spouse, like right before you fucking file divorce papers. Okay? That's not the way you treat your fucking spouse with respect. And I'm not being some chauvinist pig here or nothing, okay? He has to treat her with respect too. Okay? But he's a fucking pussy and she's a fucking tiger. Okay, that is not an equal marriage. That's definitely not the kind of marriage that any fucking normal straight guy ever wants to be in. Now, I understand we make mistakes. I understand. I've done it before. I've been in relationships, and I've said some things that I regret, and I apologize for. Okay, everyone does that. Women do that too. Okay, but that's not the norm. Okay, we all fuck up. Okay, but you make amends, you fix it, and you don't do it again. Okay, this conversation is a norm. Okay, she's used to talking to him this way, and he's used to fucking taking it and not saying anything about it. That's bullshit. That's not realistic. That's not the fucking kind of marriage I would ever want to fucking be in. But since there's no fucking men on this show, this is the kind of marriage we get. And this is supposed to be a good example of a marriage. Yeah. On this show, this is about as good as it gets. All right, yeah. And like I said, the only reason we have Herbert and Lisa on this show is they're a black version of fucking Harry and Charlotte, okay? Same thing. Harry and Charlotte, you could switch this out to be Harry and Charlotte. It would be the same fucking thing. Charlotte fucking bosses around Harry, yells at him, tells him what to do. He doesn't say shit. He just fucking takes it. All right. So that's going on. Herbert's like, sweetheart, you can't be burning the candle at both ends. We're too old for that now. Okay. Well, she blames Herbert. Okay, she blames Herbert for her falling asleep because she's been working on his campaign. She leaves out the part that she made him do the campaign, and she's also been trying to do her own stuff, her own work-related stuff as well. Okay, and she's like, you know what? I've been working on your campaign, helping you with your thing. Okay, am I allowed to maybe work on my own thing too? Is that allowed? Bitch, you're the one that made him fucking campaign. He told you he didn't want to fucking do it. He told you it'd be too much work for you. And that's why he wanted to wait until the next election cycle. And then you out of thin air, you just fucking stood up and fucking started shitting the crap out of your mouth about how your husband is going to run for comptroller now. Okay, and you did that because you were upset about what your dad was going to think about you. Like, what the fuck? You didn't even ask him. You didn't even ask your husband if he was going to do it, if he would change his mind. What kind of fucking marriage is this? It just, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, it kind of pisses me off, all right? So that's going on here, okay? She says, like, I wake up cranky, okay? And she's like, oh, so then you were asleep. She said, yes, okay, Mr. Hercule Poirot, I was asleep. You saw the mystery. I was blissfully dreaming that I was no longer a wife or a mother. And then you had to wake my ass up. Okay, and then she decides to put on her nightie and go straight to bed. He's like, what? Well, you're going to bed right now? What about my dinner? What about my supper? Is this fucking 1955? Okay, listen, okay. I know it's a bunch of gay people making this fucking show, and I understand that you don't know shit about fucking straight men, okay? But we're not in a fucking time machine here, okay? It's not 1955. Okay, men, we don't fucking come home and expect our wives to have dinner ready anymore. Okay, shit never fucking happened in my lifetime. Okay? You might find this hard to fucking believe, but us men actually know how to fucking make our own food. We actually know how to fucking do that. I know, it's shocking. It's shocking to the people on this fucking show. But we actually do know how to fucking cook. We actually do know how to feed ourselves. We can actually do that without a woman around. I know it's fucked up, right? But it does happen. We figured it out somehow. I don't know how we did it, but we did. What the fuck? What year is this? Jesus Christ. And on top of this fucking bullshit, she tells him that she fantasizes about not being a wife and not being a mother? Well, first of all, you're not much of a wife. And second of all, you're not much of a mother either, okay? There's real women out there that actually focus on their kids, okay? And they actually focus on being a wife, okay? You're not. Okay, you're focused on your fucking clothes and you're focused on your fucking career. Okay? That's what you're focused on. Your social status. The parties that you're invited to. How much respect your husband gets at society functions. Okay? That's what you're concerned with. What are you going to wear to the Met Gala? Okay? That's what she's concerned with. Okay? And the whole time, she's got rich people problems, she's going to scream about racism. Yeah, because she's the perfect one to talk about that, right? Most privileged class in the whole fucking world, and they're going to scream racism. Yep. Let me ask you something, Lisa. This feminism thing that you're all about, how does the woman that fucking cleans your toilets, is any of that feminism, do you have any left over for her? Do you? Because somehow I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. You know, I'm pretty sure that woman that's cleaning your fucking, your shitter doesn't feel like an empowered woman, all right? Just saying. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, next thing we got Naya. Now, Naya's fucking some white guy, some surfer bro. Okay, yeah, and she's having all sorts of orgasms and she's riding him, okay? And well, that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see a fucking 47-year-old woman having sex. And just like in typical Sex and the City fashion, okay, and I'm a straight guy, okay, the men are better looking than the women on the show, okay? It's like watching fucking one of those chick shows from the early 2000s, like One Prick Hill and the OC and Everwoody and fucking Gilmore Sluts and, you know, all those fucking chick shows that were out there, okay, yeah. Yeah, where the guys are all better looking than the girls. Yeah. Well, yeah. Because this is Lollipop Land, okay? So, of course, the guy that she's boning, yeah, he's like some fucking male model, Ken doll with long hair, you know. Of course, yeah, like a guy like that. And he looks like he's in his 20s. Like a guy like that would be attracted to Naya, okay? Yeah, I'm not feeling that one, okay? I'm not feeling that one, okay? Not from her point of view, from the guy's point of view, I ain't feeling that one. Sorry, I'm not, okay? A guy like that, fucking a woman like that, there's going to be some money exchange here. That's the only way I can see that happening, okay? Anyway, so that's going on here, okay? I guarantee you this guy has a lot more options than she does, okay? A lot more, okay? All right. So anyway, she's loud. She's having her loud fucking orgasms, okay? Which is keeping Miranda awake. Because Miranda's just fucking trying to sleep and she's got to hear fucking Naya having all sorts of fucking incredible sex and she's just there diddling her daddle and fucking fantasizing about some fucking ugly trans things that are fucking her. But that's not getting her off, so she's just frustrated, okay? Okay, so it turns out that he's a Tinder hookup because once they're done fucking, they immediately pull out their cell phones and just start texting, you know, start going through their social media and shit, you know? Okay, he's a Tinder hookup and Naya is impressed because, like, she's in her 40s, like I said. He's in his 20s. Okay, how fast he showed up. He's like fucking DoorDash, like Grubhub. He just fucking showed up. She found him on an app. You know, she liked him. They DM'd him, and boom, he showed up like in half an hour. He was there, and they're doing it. You know, don't you just love dating apps? And yes, for those of you that don't know, or most of you should know, that's true. That is true. I've also dabbled in social media dating. I mean, that's in dating apps. Oh my fuck, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like you go on Tinder and like boom, you swipe right and you get a DM, hey, I'm 30 minutes away. Really? Okay, well, yeah. That place is like 10 minutes from my apartment. Yeah, I can meet you there, sure. You know, within 2 hours, we're back in my fucking house. Whoa. Oh my God, where was Tinder in the fucking 90s, man? You know how convenient that shit would have been? All that money I wouldn't have had to spend in nightclubs, you know, and going on blind dates, you know, that kind of fucking shit, you know, just like, no, you just get it all done on your fucking phone. It's convenient as fuck. It's awesome. It really is awesome. Okay, and Naya's just been exposed to this now, so now she realized, oh my God, if I can just fucking, you know, swipe right, and next thing you know, I'm fucking somebody. Oh my God, you know? Yeah, it's cool. It is pretty cool. Okay, if you're just looking for meaningless sex, okay? If you're just looking for meaningless sex, okay? Yes, it is. But here's the problem, okay? And it's a problem that I have with this show. It's a problem what the show has, okay? And no one's ever solved it, okay? And this is it. This is it right here, okay? Pay attention, ladies, all right? What really pisses me off about shows like this, and this show in particular, is you've always got two dilemmas here. The first dilemma is sex. The sex has to be fucking good, okay? If there's a couple on the show that's married or in a monogamous relationship, and the sex isn't good, then the woman is frustrated. She's frustrated. She's angry. She's not happy. Okay, she's not getting her jollies. She's pissed off, and that becomes a problem for her on the show. Okay. Now the other dilemma is if the sex is incredible. Okay. You got two people that are having incredible fucking sex, orgasms all the fucking time, and everything's going great, and they brag to each other. Oh my God, he's so good. I came like 10 times in 1 minute. Oh God. You know, like that, okay? Whenever they have stuff like that on the show, okay, the problem is not the sex. The sex is great. The problem is the commitment. Okay, the guy doesn't want to commit. Well, I don't know how he feels about me. You know, he calls me every other week, and I just don't know. I'm too afraid to call him. You know, I don't know if he really likes me or if he's just using me for sex. That goes both ways, bitch. I just don't know. Should I ask him if he wants to get serious? And maybe we should go on an actual date? Or you see what I mean? Okay, so then that becomes the dilemma. Okay, no commitment. Does this guy like me? Okay, is he in love with me? Does he want a relationship with me because the sex is great and I'm afraid I'm going to lose him to another girl if he doesn't fucking commit? I'm lonely. You see what I mean? Okay, I just described to you the plot of every fucking woman in every fucking episode of Sex and the City and this piece of shit. Every single woman on this show falls into one of those two categories. Every single one. Nobody can ever be happy. You can't. You know why? Because these women want it all. Okay, guess what, bitch? Who told you deserve it all? Who fucking told you deserve it all? Okay, we all want things. Doesn't mean we're gonna fucking get them. Instead, let's be appreciative of what we fucking have. Be appreciative of what we fucking have. Okay? Everything in life is a give and take, you know? Everything in life is a give and take. And not everyone's going to fulfill every fucking fantasy you have. It's just not realistic. Okay? You can't. And nobody can do that. And you're going to spend your whole fucking life looking for that guy that's never going to fucking show up. Because every time you think you have that guy, you're going to find out that guy's not perfect. He's not. And then you're going to leave, or he's going to leave you. Yeah, next thing you know, you're going to be fucking 58 years old and fucking single. Only now you don't look as good, so you don't have many options. Yeah, just, you got a window. Make the most of it. Okay, even as a man, we understand that fucking, not every woman we meet is going to be a fucking 10. Hell, most of them are not. They're just not. They're not going to meet her. They could be super good looking. It doesn't mean they're going to be faithful. They could be fucking, honest and loyal and loving and kind, but they're overweight. Or they could be fucking beautiful as hell, but dumb as shit. Or they could be, really smart, okay, but they look like shit. So, there's always, we've experienced that too. We realize that not every girl is perfect either, okay? You got to find that balance, okay? And if you really love somebody, if you're really invested in somebody, you got to accept their flaws, okay? As well as their benefits, as well as their good qualities. You got to learn to accept both. Because guess what, bitch? You're not fucking perfect either. So why do you deserve perfection? Exactly, you don't. None of us do. Find someone good, someone who makes you happy, someone who can make you fucking laugh, Because let me tell you something, okay? Once the sex days are all over and you're fucking old, okay? You need someone who's gonna make you fucking laugh, okay? All right? Because if you keep chasing perfection the way these women are, you're gonna end up like these women, okay? And there's not gonna be some fucking gay guy writing your fucking life story who's just gonna make some beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous young fucking 30-year-old guy with an 8-pack and chiseled features, you know, and a foot-long cock just show up and make you happy all of a sudden. And he's gonna fall in love with you. No, that's not gonna fucking happen. That's not gonna fucking happen. Okay? But all you do is watch shows like this, you think it's gonna fucking happen. Well, it's not. It's not. Okay? Sorry, it's not. Gratitude. Have some fucking gratitude, all right? Not everyone is gonna be everything for you, okay? It's just not realistic. So quit expecting it. Jesus Christ, you're gonna end up like fucking Seema. She demands perfection from her men. And look what it got her. Exactly. You want to end up like her? Look at Miranda. She expected perfection from her husband. Now look at her. Exactly. You see what I mean? It just don't work. All right. I'm going to stop my review right here. But I'll be back shortly to continue my review of And Just Like Crap. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.